Happy new trading day. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I had so many losses. Wakes up before the bell opens.
And we're in styles on NQ. Let's see if this works out.
I hope I will be able to get some win today because last week burned my account. Okay, last week was just terrible. I had so many losses that I don't know if I ever experienced such a horrible week, but I just knew the all-time highest conditions will give me a bad week. It's always like that. Supply and demand just does not work in these conditions as it usually does. Talking from my experience, I usually have a really high win rate, but every time we face all-time highs on Nasdaq and S&P 500, my win rate just drops significantly. Suddenly, my trade ideas, my setup do not work as they usually do, and that's fine. That doesn't make me switch to another strategy or blow my accounts. You just literally have to go through it and hope that the market conditions will get better eventually. So I hope this week will, with this week, I will make some of that money back, and I hope I will be able to achieve my monthly goal still, even though the last week was pretty bad. So let's see. I just dropped a message in my Discord chat and I'm waiting for the opening. It is 9:17 Central Eastern Time, so there are 13 minutes before the market opens. I'm patiently waiting for NQ to tap into this supply area and to possibly give me a nice supply setup. And this little girl always wakes up before the bell opens, like every single day. That's crazy. She always wants to work with me.
And we're in styles on NQ. Let's see if this works out. In trade update, I got stopped out at break even on ES futures. Since it was a counter trend, I placed my stop loss to break even after it gave almost 1-to-1, a little bit less than 1-to-1. And as I was initially looking for this supply setup on Nasdaq. I also sent that markup to my Discord chat. I only took this ES trade as a counter trade up to this next supply area, but as I mentioned, I placed my stop loss to a break even just because it was a counter trend, so not super promising. And instead, I entered here after this bearish candle close on a 5-minute. It was a bit late, but I still got my win. So yeah, minor bullish breakout structure. ES did not work out, even though on ES it did. But my initial supply area or supply setup definitely played out, and I finally got a win. A win across my 5 accounts. So as you can see, these are all accounts I'm currently trading with. So I'm copy trading 5 accounts on TopStep currently. And let's summarize my total profits and put it in my P&L calendar on my phone. Alrighty, I just summarized all my profits from today, and that'll make 3,815, which is amazing. But let's not get hyped up because I'm still making back all the losses from the last week. So this is amazing, but let's see what will the rest of the week bring. So let's summarize my today's trades in the New York session. I got in buys on ES after ES broke the structure to the upside, just the minor structure. And I also told everyone I'm in buys, but I was only targeting the most recent supply area because it was a counter trend setup. And as soon as the price pushed up, I moved my stop loss to break even. And guess what? That trade did not work out. I got stopped out at break even. But initially, I was actually looking at
supply area on Nasdaq because we had a 15-minute supply area and 5-minute supply area at the same level, and we were obviously bearish. So I was definitely voting for supply setup more than this minor bullish breakup structure demand setup on ES. And I'm so happy that that supply trade played out. It did consolidate, of course, for around 20 minutes, I think. And it did give me a really hard time, especially after going through a red week. So I was really, I'm not gonna say shaking, but I was really mad on Nasdaq. After it started consolidating, I really thought, oh no, it's not gonna work out again. But luckily I stayed in that trade, and it was a pretty decent risk to reward ratio. Alrighty, that's it from me today. I just want to remind you real quick before I end this video that going through a red week is tough, but you literally just have to trust the process and just repeat the same actions every single day. Of course, it won't be easy. And it's not even easy for me, even though I've been in this game for some time. But even for me, red week is not, I realized I'm definitely under a light pressure because I'm not trading on my own. I'm also alerting a lot of people and sharing my setups with a lot of people. So it does put me under pressure, but still I have to constantly repeat that this is the part of the process and that I just have to continue as nothing happened and just repeat the same actions every single day. And it is like that because I've experienced red weeks quite a few times, and I know every time I would make all that money back and even more. So this is the part of this game, and if you want to succeed in trading long term, you just literally have to stick to it and just, do the same every day.